Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ellison, and from the East Forest, I'd like to welcome you to the continuation of Tunic. Not only did we nearly burn this place to the ground, all in the conquest of a mysterious sword that belonged to a hero who has long since passed away, but we have plenty of items in our inventory that we have no reason to have right now. But don't worry, we're on the right path to getting back to a vanilla game and destroying everything these blueses have known and loved in their lives. You jerk. You can go and burn that down for all I care. Something that I did not mention in the last part when we picked up the shield is that there's a very robust parry that is given to the player here, but in all of my years of playing games with the parry function, this is among one of the clunkiest and jankiest utilizations of it. So I would probably just go do it regularly, in all honesty. Oh, hi, thank you. Yeah, just stick to guarding. Should be fine. Thank you. Yeah, but this place, we're pretty close to the end of it, and it's pretty cozy also. This guy's not even paying attention. Hello. Jesus. I thought he was gonna hit me there. The world's most delayed attack of all time. How about you? Do you want me to parry you? Because no matter how much I practice, I just cannot get it down to save my life. So I'm not even gonna try. If we head down over here, I'm pretty sure, yeah, nice little secret. We have a chest with yet another effigy, bringing our total up to, I think, 3 at this point. So not bad. We're still gonna hold out till we reach 10, but it's fine. We're doing pretty good on gems in all honesty, and we are gonna need more in the future, but we all have ways of getting more and more, and there it is. Just ripe for the taking, I guess. So let's go ahead down here and open the gate. Like I mentioned also, the fighting style you get when you equip the sword is a little different than the one that you get just by haphazardly swinging your stick. It's a lot more elegant and I just completely biffed it down there. But let's go ahead and grab this thing, shall we? Hooray, we went from looting innocent town bystanders to graves, and we have the sword. So let's go ahead and throw this bad boy right on there and get to swinging. Nice. We can probably also take this flame sword off, but you have a 1, 2, 3, and that third hit is going to be a lot more powerful than the other 2, but you're left pretty vulnerable. You also get some tech right there, and also, before we leave, make sure you remember that this is here, because this is where the hero lies, and that's going to be very significant later. Not necessary by any means, but I would still, keep mental notes on that. I think we got everything down over here, so it's time to take on the mini-boss of this area. I don't think it's really much of a, skill check than one of the other later enemies, but I guess we shall see. Oh, it's also, quite a bit more powerful. Jesus, and he tried to give me the old one, too. Okay, well, thanks for that, I guess. Nice unsuspecting foe. Oh, that third one. It's so good. Yeah. The music in this area, for some reason, reminds me of Donkey Kong Country. Is that just me? It might be. Not a lot of Rare influence, but I don't know. It just felt that way the first time I heard it. And it made me want to play DKC too, so take that how you will. Yeah, I think that is it for this little spot. Another lever to activate this gate. And there we have it. Nice. Hopefully there's nothing up there or around here. I'm just going to assume there's not. There really isn't that much treasure hidden around here than I've given it credit for, but we're at the top of the guardhouse on this side, and we can go and make a nice little shortcut to the bottom in case you need to save at the fox statue. Oh, we've got a nice, easy to find chest here with yet another piece of a container. And if you look just carefully enough, you can find a moderately hidden chest here. A couple more of these jars and whatnot. But this will have even more in there for you. So when you're ready, step inside and confront the guard captain. Oh, and that just completely missed. So it's got a health bar, and it's not very big. All you have to do is strafe and guard if you have the shields. Let the fire take care of the rest. Oh, God. This is dumb. This is so dumb. Yeah, because you're not supposed to have any... I mean, you might have one health potion on you if you went in that one direction, but you should not have the flame sword. You should not have the shield. So I'm sorry if it seems like this game is easier than I'm giving it credit for. We can also go ahead and snag this up. Another full-on flask. I mean, I'll take it. We're definitely going to need it. I mean, I don't consider myself to be very good at this game, just knowledgeable of it and just aware of what my threats are, but I still fall into some pretty bad habits sometimes. I've been trying to cut it out. Get some of these. And I don't know that there was much over here. Pretty sure I had checked before, but you never know. Sometimes you just assume that you've checked something out and then you go and recheck it and you're like, well, should have checked it out. Should have pulled the yuzu and gone and investigated. But I think we're set. Let's head down this hallway with our sweet ass sunglasses and prepare to ring the bell. Oh, but of course we gotta go ahead and take this off. Otherwise, it doesn't work. God, that is very, very loud. But at least we have an exit point. Thank you. And we can maybe fight some of these guys legitimately without the use of fire and grab some hearts. That's fun. So at this point, now that you have the sword, a lot more of the world is available to you, and you can do a lot of the stuff that we already did, you know, once we had everything that we needed. Ouch. God, and I just got hit immediately. The second that I know I have my health, and then it's Jover. That's okay. Well, we'll get it back eventually. We could head to the right again if we want, but I'm gonna return to this little spot over here, and we're gonna run past the windmill, I think. I don't know, or actually, do we need to? No, I don't think so. There's not really any reason to go back down there. So let's go and take our little shortcut back here. And this little doorway would have taken us, you know, from where we got the shield. And this is where we got the Fang, which increased our attack in the beginning. So let's keep going. Let's go explore over here. We got some friends. They are literally called friends, and they don't really pose much of a threat. They're mostly aerial oozes, and they're not that tricky. But if you step behind this waterfall, you can find yourself a secret room. This is where all of your souls will be returned, and this is where you can see how many you have and how many are left to collect. We found this one in the very beginning, and well, there's 19 to go. So we'll be on the lookout for that. If you come here without any of the fairies, there'll just be a bunch of question marks, so I wouldn't worry much about that. Meanwhile, over here, we have the entrance to the dark tomb, I believe, and without some source of light, there's not a lot we can do here, but there is a secret passage leading down here that'll take us to a fox statue. Not gonna worry about that right now. We'll get that when the time comes. Instead, I'm just gonna go and take you out, sir. Just gonna use your shield and you'll be fine. Both of you. Oh my God, and the stabby stab. Hello, how's it going, man? It's good to see you again. I see you're both doing exactly what you do every time you're here. But this, we have a chili pepper, or just a hot pepper. These will, I think, increase your stamina recharge, and then there are ivory leaves that will increase your attack, but I'll have to consult the manual before really hide behind that logic. Also, up here, where does this take us? Just out of curiosity, there's a chest and a hook. And this, ooh, another flower. That might be good. There's a really cool item over there that I want. And also one of those obelisk type monoliths. whatever you want to call them. We'll find our way up there at some point, but definitely worth it to grab those flowers. So we can't head through that way. This takes us to the quarry, and that is the worst area in the game. So as long as I don't have to worry about that now, then I think I'll be fine. But just go ahead and let you clank off my armory set there. And there's an envoy that is just chilling, considering life and what comes after death. We'll just let him ruminate there for the time being. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go get this guy while I can. Oh. And, oh no, the Autobot. Well, this is what is gonna happen here. Now that we have the shield, we are safe-ish. Whoop! Why did you look the opposite direction, man? We can approach very carefully. Glad I did not have my fire on. Get my stamina back a little bit. Just go to town. Usually 2 hits is enough to do it per cycle. There we go. Done. Oh, and he dropped a little heart for us. He did have a heart. So the nice thing about defeating the auto bolts is the fact that you can actually keep them dead even when you respawn all of the other enemies. They turn into those tuning forks and you don't gotta worry about them anymore. Go and snag some of these up. And let's go and make our path known to the well. Oh, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be great, man. Plus, we can make a nice little shortcut back this way, too. So, if you seek to increase your power, this page will literally tell you that all you have to do is stand in front of one of the fox statues and press LB, and then you can get your upgrades. Here it will tell us about attack, defense, health, potion, which yes, level 3 does cost 1,000. And of course, we have stamina and magic. I mean, I don't think it's that much of a secret that there's magic in this game, but yeah, it is not too bad. On the other side, we also have what happens in the event of a death. If all of your health points get depleted, you turn into a spirit echo, and essentially it's similar to Dark Souls again, in the sense that when you return to that same spot you died, you collect 20 of the gems you drop on death, and you create a explosion around you. It only stuns enemies, but there is an ability card that can increase the duration and range of that stun. So for certain bosses, dying might actually be advantageous. Also on top of that, we have the Garden Knight. This is the skill check that we all suffered. The game recommends being at least attack and defense level 3, but not great, although I will say, the Garden Knight does become somewhat of a regular enemy later on, so the earlier you learn to fight him, the better off you'll be. Yeah, and as far as the overworld's concerned, I think we're probably fine where we are now. We're right in front of the well. And do we have page 29? We do. Let's head inside, shall we? Let's not forget the shortcut. It might be a good idea to save up, but we'll be all right. Let's drop down and investigate what lies beneath the well. God, this place is pretty cool. It's probably the generic game cycle you would come to expect. This is a slorm, and unfortunately for us, they are very good at exploding once they die. And that's not very fun. Don't be on the other side of that, otherwise you're going to be regretting life, I'm afraid. When you're in the water, you also can't dive, so you want to be careful when trying to exert your stamina here, because it's just not going to work. Can't run, can't do anything. But luckily we've got some treasure and more potion powder. Wow. And then over here, you can go beyond the waterfall and find, ooh, more health berries. That's good. So yeah, red fruit, definitely more of a last resort type item. And as far as other things are concerned, let's take a look at the map. So there's not too many secrets here. Obviously, you're just gonna wanna follow the path, but a few things, a few very faint markings will sort of indicate secret walls and things. There's a question mark there. I actually don't know what that is, but there's one right there. That one's pretty important, I would say. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and check out the rest of it. The enemies here are kind of annoying, so if you don't have the shield at this point, I would definitely pick one up now. But while we're here, should I... Yeah, I should probably upgrade my potions at the very least. I can eventually buy another health flask for 1,000, amongst other things. But yeah, we'll go and take this. Nice. And, because this area is surrounded in water, just get rid of that flame sword because it will be rendered null and void. Ooh, here we go. So this is the ruined atoll. We have more envoy shenanigans here. We have, yeah, that weird creature that showed us that ability card. Crabbo/Krabbits, Hushers. But yeah. So this is where we like snuck in over here at the top to grab that item, but this is really important for later, obviously. Everything here, and the frog's domain especially. The magic orb, oof, brother, you have no idea. So let's see, how fast can we get through this? If I just do some of you, do some of this, just stunned for a second, and get away from that explosion. So if we go down over here, I feel like there's probably something that I'm missing, but we can't go beyond this point. We can't go up here. And we're just more or less going to be making our way all the way through this so we can get to this rightmost path and make this shortcut. So I'm not going to worry much about that. We can't get that chest on the left from here, so we're going to have to go around. But where there's a waterfall, there's a way. And this game is a little easy to read in that regard. It's a little predictable sometimes, but other times, not so much. It makes up by going in the complete opposite direction. Yeah. So is this the long hallway or no? No, it's this room. Okay, another slight shortcut there. But we'll just do this. Stun and lock. Whoop. And the beauty about the Slorms is the fact that they have friendly fire on like nobody's business. Oh, and before I forget, let's grab the treasure, shall we? Yeah, this little spot. And, oh, you know what? I should have rested at that fox statue now that I think about it. That's a little silly. Uh-oh. And these assholes right here, those goddamn tentacles. The most useless, worthless enemies in this entire game. And we'll get to them in a minute. I'm just going to avoid the hell out of them. Up. That shield up, Mr. Cruz. Yeah, when they're coming up out of their deepened slumber, that's when you can really focus most of your attacks on them, but yeah. We have some barrels here too. They never have anything in them, so maybe there's something about them that I'm missing. But a shortcut, I guess, if we ever end up coming back because we missed something stupid, like this very darkened hallway leading off over into this area. Yeah, this is one of the last secrets that I had ever found, just because it's so inconspicuous, but trust me, it is on the map. If I can find it, here we go. So we are up here, and you can see there's just that little tiny nook that shows you, hey, maybe you should check it out. That's the stuff that you're going to be missing over the course of the game, is the little inconspicuous marks. Oh, this nonsense. Leave me alone. Oh, you dumbos. I can't believe you would do this. So they do give us little shards of magic, but because we don't have a weapon just yet that can use magic, we don't have a bar. But there are certain things you can do early on to help out with that. Get back. Thank you. So we're gonna head down over there in a second. I just am pretty confident there's one of the cooler looking rooms in the game. Oh yeah. If you have one of those Philips Hue Sync lights behind your TV, this room is great. But this is the Magic Echo, and I believe, if I can press the right button, this will increase the range and duration of the stun you get when you pick up your Echo, and eventually when I do die, you'll see what I mean. But really, it's not all that great, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Was there anything else in here? Because I feel like there probably would be. Let's keep on going. We've got some of these that I'd like to get rid of. Yeah. Oh, Autobots. And I keep calling them Autobots. I don't know why. They're Autobolts. And they're annoying as hell. These guys also. Fellas, it is great to see you. Don't mind me. Just gonna enjoy the views. Oh shit. Should watch out for the stamina, Mr. Cruz. Yeah, I'm so used to having so much more, but... and there's also a very, very good ability card regarding stamina that we'll pick up later. Not including the one I have now. So yeah, you know what? Sure. Why not? Let's fight. Me and you, brother. Take it on the road, baby. So, let me... Ooh, hello. Thank you. So I think we're probably okay here. It doesn't seem like there's too many secrets. You can see a little dit coming out of this line here to show the connection between the two pools. Oh, God. Okay, okay. Let's do it. Let's get in there and hope we can live. Because there's this item right here, which is just some gems. Great. But I wouldn't worry about trying to kill these things at all. They're annoying as hell, and oh my god, they hurt. Jesus. Yeah, I'm going. They don't drop any gems or anything, and they respawn virtually endlessly. At least more than my patience was willing to test. So, those guys double teamed me that time, but that's alright. I got the health potions, you jerks. Alright, we're almost done with this place, don't worry. We can make that shortcut that I mentioned before, right back to the beginning, and probably, yeah, we'll keep going. What am I thinking? I thought it said 27 minutes, but I cannot read. Joke's on you, pal. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably something down there. I just need to figure it out or have the manual tell me. But let's go ahead down here. Oh, got some nice stairs and some treasure. Nice, nice. A defense statue. This is going to be great for us because we can really use it. I'm sure there's another one we could have picked up at some point, but that's all right. Howdy, friends. Good to see you. And before we move on, like I mentioned, there is something very suspicious about those lines here. I feel like this is the only place in the game that they do this, but I could very well be wrong. You go up to it, press A, and it's a hidden passage that leads us back to this room. No shortcut here, but no way. After our third piece, they form one cohesive unit and become an entire ass flask. So thank you. I appreciate it. Also, this treasure right over here is another gold coin. So to get our next ability slot, we will need 3. But after that, we'll need 4. And then after that, for our final slot, we'll need 5. For a total of 15, if I did my math right. But that'll take a while. And we'll eventually be able to buy some, but they're very expensive, so I would not recommend. What I would recommend is bombs. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. What were you guarding? Oh, more of these. That's good. Well, where are we going right now? That's right. This room. Let's continue forward and find ourselves... Oh, we're right here. This is fun. And quiet. Jeez. But we're back in this room. And we've got ourselves something that I did not want to pick up, apparently. We have a light, ladies and gentlemen. We can see. And there's this very strange monstrosity awaiting here. And I don't exactly know what its purpose is. There's nothing that we can do aside from making it very, very angry. I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I thought that lantern was for takes and keepsies. I didn't mean to offend you. But now that we have it, we can see a very dark future ahead of us, which is kind of cool. The camera was panned in pretty close when you were going through here the first time, but the lantern is automatic and you don't have to equip it, and it comes out when you need to see. So, oh boy. You know what? Fuck you guys. Leave me alone. And it's this guy again, the guard captain. And he's a little easier to take on. Where's the big fella? Where was the fourth that was supposed to be sitting here? Did he go to the bathroom? Was it the dungeon master who just gave up in the middle of a campaign? Because that's probably the likeliest of answers. But this is going to take us to that little room that I had sort of hinted at before. We have another manual page here, which is pretty cool because we are going to need it. The Dark Tomb is our next destination, and the lantern is a borderline necessity. Keep in mind, you can actually go through this without it. It's just not necessary. So this is that room behind the waterfall that I mentioned before, and there's that little secret hole that we're going to be coming up to in just a minute. You got some X's, you got some arrows, some scribbled out stuff, and this. Oh boy. Yeah, not great. Not great in the slightest. And then we also have the Fortress of the Eastern Vault. God, that's just such a cool picture, man. God damn it. I love this game. This game is just, it's dumb how good it is, in my opinion. Okay, well, we do have one of these. We should probably go ahead and use it, I think. Extra defense, please and thank you. Again, the gains are pretty marginal, but still moderately worth it. On top of that, we'll go for some health. Why not? Feels good, man. Feels very, very good. Let's take a quick rest, and if we're lucky, I think, nope, not quite yet. We don't get a special little thing, but after we use enough bombs, eventually they'll start giving us some extras once we heal up at these fox statues, just for, you know, being a great customer. But, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and next time on Tunic, we enter the Dark Tomb. This place isn't really all that bad, but it's a little scary, and the enemies here are fraught with, you know, terrorizing attacks and things of that nature. But yeah, in case you've stumbled upon this before, oh yeah, I guess this one wasn't behind the waterfall. It was a lot more obvious than that. Okay, well, this pleases me. Next time we go spelunking in the dark, and we'll probably end up finding some pretty cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series, and I'll see you here in the next one. Take care, everybody.